"Help me, Jack." My wife, Sarah, cried out as three neighborhood association thugs backed her against our front door. They were insisting she sign up for their group, and when she said no, the bulliest one pushed her hard enough to send her tumbling down, scraping her knee badly. Those guys had no idea what they'd just unleashed. I'm a 12-year Navy veteran with hardcore self-defense skills honed in tough spots overseas. What I did next had all three sprawled out on the lawn, leaving the whole block stunned. But the craziest twist? This wasn't some petty bullying, it was the climax of a nightmare scheme that had been simmering for years. And I was about to peel back layers of deception that chilled me to my core. It kicked off about 3 weeks back, when I first sensed something off with this neighborhood association mess. I'm not the type to freak over nothing, but after years in the service spotting threats and reading folks like open books, red flags were waving hard. Our so-called association chair, this lady calling herself Karen Brooks, was nitpicking certain homes with bogus finds that felt way too targeted. But my gut screamed pattern. She'd cruise by our place 3 times daily: dawn, noon, dusk, like a robot. Her tone shifted weirdly whenever Sarah's name popped up. And the questions? Too personal: my shifts at the auto shop, my service history, even our bedtime routine. Who needs that for enforcing yard rules? I started logging it all: odd emails, creepy chats, her lurking stares from across the street. There was a pile of it. Sarah brushed it off as paranoia at first, but she's sharp. Soon she admitted, "Jack, that woman creeps me out. Something's seriously wrong." That's when I looped in my old Navy pal, Mike, who owns a gadget shop in town. He hobbles on a crutch from a bad deployment injury, but his tech smarts are razor sharp, and I'd trust him with my life. "Mike, I need backup," I said. "Think we've got a real issue brewing here." He jumped in. "Brother, say no more. Let's wire up some simple cams and audio to nail this down." Meanwhile, Sarah, head archivist at the city library, dug into records. What she uncovered floored us. "Jack," she whispered, face drained, "Karen Brooks popped into existence 20 months ago. No old addresses, no jobs, zilch. Like a ghost." We pieced it together from neighbor gossip. Karen arrived 12 months back, playing the saint, volunteering at events, aiding seniors, fundraising for the park swings. Folks ate it up. When the old chair retired, she slid into the role unchallenged. Too smooth, too scripted, like building a facade for something sinister. Mike's financial poke revealed she'd dropped $220,000 cash on her housing loan, fresh credit file. "This is pro-level fake ID," he muttered. "Why go this far?" Our DIY surveillance painted a horror show. Karen's drive-bys were timed perfectly, sometimes idling to snap pics or jot notes. Nights, she'd prowl our yard edges. Worst? Audio caught her muttering in her backyard. "She doesn't get him like I do. Jack's mine." That voice. It rang bells from my past, buried deep. And the cam showed her clutching what looked like our house key under moonlight. How? What was her endgame? I obsessed over that voice, replaying it until Sarah suggested scanning old shop files. Buried in a box. Voicemails from 4 years back, when I'd hired a nightmare accountant from Oakwood, 50 miles west. Her name? Lisa Grant. Troublemaker from day one: petty thefts, flaky excuses, rude to clients. Then the weirdness. Lingering touches, prying into my marriage, intense stares. It peaked when she cornered me in the office, planted a kiss, and declared, "I know you feel it too, Jack." Shocked, I fired her on the spot. She exploded. "You've led me on. We're connected, you'll see. She doesn't know you like I do." Police report filed, and I thought that was it. Wrong. Matching voices confirmed. Karen was Lisa. Sarah stayed cool. So this psycho you axed for harassment reinvents herself, moves here, builds cred, grabs power to torment us while stalking you. We skipped cops for now needed ironclad proof against her saintly rep. Instead, we built a dossier. Her loans for surgery, dyed hair, weight change, all to worm back in. Contacts from my Navy days traced her spying on our routines, even bedroom windows. Chilling. I baited her. Minor rule breaks like overgrown grass or visible bins. Her emails turned ranting, personal. At a meeting, I called out her biases publicly. She fumed. Then her goons, Victor and Marcus, showed hired muscle with shady pasts. Victor, ex-guard, uneasy. Marcus, hothead bouncer, eager. They'd found her spy pics in her car me at work, through windows. She spun lies. Jack hurt me years ago. He's the liar. A text from unknown. I know your plans. I've been in your home, touched your stuff. Closer than Sarah. Tonight, you'll see we're meant to be or she vanishes. Adrenaline surged. I set the trap. Mic recording, me in the shop prepping like old ops. At 11 a.m., they hit the door. Sarah stonewalled. Not signing. Leave. Marcus shoved her down, hitting her face. Rage ignited my training. I burst out. Low stance, balanced. Marcus sneered. What you gonna do, Gramps? He charged. I sidestepped, used his momentum to drop him clean. Victor jumped. I flipped him too. Both down. No excess, just control. Neighbors swarmed. Phones out. Live streaming. Karen rushed up, feigning shock. Jack, I didn't mean this. But I faced her. Game over, Lisa. I blasted her facade to the crowd. Before-after pics, voice matches, firing docs, old report. She cracked. I love you, Jack. Everything for us. I've watched you sleep. Know your habits and better for you. Gasps rippled. She admitted break-ins, stolen items. Victor and Marcus bailed. We thought it was legit. Cop sirens wailed. Her car had our floor plans, timelines. Investigation unearthed her hoard. Notes, our stuff. 20-month plot. Viral video made her infamous. She got 5 years prison, psych eval, no contact order. Goons jailed 2. Marcus 4 years for assault. Victor 3. No charges on me. Pure defense. Civil suits stripped her bare. Association scrapped. Reborn fairer. Our bond. Iron strong. Block parties celebrate the win. But obsession dies hard. In prison, she penned novels to me, researched my life, schemed with inmates. Early release after 16 months for progress. That night, Cams caught her shadow across the street with Marcus and Victor's hulking forms. Alliance forged in cells, revenge brewing. Hand on phone, I knew. Round 2. Was I too lenient exposing her publicly, or did she deserve worse? Should stalkers get second chances, or lock them up forever? What if she'd succeeded? Would you fight back like me? Drop your thoughts below, hit like if this gripped you, and subscribe for more real-life thrillers.